Good morning, everyone. I'm your teacher buddy today. I'm Ricky and Malia from Daraga Community College. Before I start my lesson, I want you to determine the dependent and independent variables based from these pictures. Picture 1 is the plants where the amount of water poured onto it. It is independent variable. So therefore, when the water pours into the plants, it has the possibility that the size of the plant would change and the leaves would multiply, or it can be alive or dead depending on the amount of water. So picture 2 is dependent variable. So now our topic for today will be determining dependent and independent variables. Let's have find the definition of the two important words. Dependent variables. Variable that is changed. Independent variables. Variables affected by the change. Let's have another example. On your math quiz, you earn 5 points for each question that you answer correctly. Number 1. Give the equation and determine the independent and dependent variables. Number 2. How do you determine the dependent and independent variables? X represents the number of questions that you answer correctly on your math quiz, and Y represents the total number of points that you score on your quiz. The relationship between those two variables can be expressed by the following equation. Y equals 5x. Therefore, dependent variables is y, which represents the number of points you score, and independent variable is x, which represents the number of questions you answer correctly. A dependent and independent variable can be determined by thinking of independent and dependent variables in terms of cause and effect. In an experiment, you manipulate the independent variable and measure the outcome in the dependent variable. For you to understand with the dependent variable and independent variable, you may try these two activities. Number 1. A pathologist studies the reaction of Salmonella bacteria to a new antibiotic developed. Determine the dependent variable and independent variable. Number 2. You and a friend go to see the most recent superhero movie. The length of the movie is 10 minutes, but of course, there will also be previews. That's all for today's lesson. Thank you and have a nice day. Take care, everyone.